next. Let me go in Manassas. Emma, first of all, happy birthday, girl.
Thank you.
And so this is your mother-in-law. What happened?
Ex-mother. Ex-mother-in-law.
All right, even better. What happened?
I never married. I just call her that. One of the stories I think I told Eric was the time that after my son was born and she got angry and decided to throw us out of the car. That was fun.
Wait, what do you mean throw you out of the car?
Oh, it was the summertime. It was hot, and we all got in an argument, and she threw mine and my now ex out of the car. And
like on the highway?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we were on the side. Like, she wanted to, but we got to where we were going.
Sure.
And then she was like, it was bad. It was just one of them. I have multiple.
Okay. All right. Thank God it's next. Emma, 1 second. You are in the running. Let me go in Alexandria. Melissa, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, your mother-in-law, what happened?
My ex-mother-in-law.
All right. Even better.
Yes. So, I feel like her and her son, her last son, have like a secret relationship because it's like that's his woman. That's his other woman. And I would always tell him that, like, that's your other woman, you know, like, because when I had my second daughter, because he wasn't there when I gave birth to my first daughter, he had no reaction, like, he wasn't, you know, like, scared, or he was like, oh, my God, like other guys, you know. And I was like, oh, my God, like, what did you feel? And he's like, oh, nothing. He's like, I already seen that before. He's like, I was there when my mom gave birth.
What?
And I was like, what?
That's, all right. Melissa, 1 second. You were in,
that's interesting.
Wild. Let me go to in Fairfax. Cynthia, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, this is father-in-law. What happened?
Yes, so we found out on Thanksgiving that my father-in-law was texting my mom, telling her that she was pretty, trying to take her out, trying to go to the MGM casino with her, and my mom separated. And it made it very awkward because then we found out that he was also texting her sisters.
Whoa.
And basically, he's just a womanizer.
He's the raise master. Wait, so your mom was taking the bait, so to speak?
No, so she was just like, I don't know, like, I'm just getting these texts. Maybe he's texting the wrong person. And, no, he was waiting for her to reply back to him. But my mom separated. She's still not, like, divorced with my dad.
Sure.
And they were all at Thanksgiving. So it was, like, the most awkward Thanksgiving.
Yeah, okay. All right,
awkward.
Cynthia, 1 second. You are in the running. Let me go in Bristow, VA. D, good morning.
Can I have voice change?
Oh, yep. Hold on 1 second real quick. Here we go. Fake name D. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. So it's both my mother-in-law and I guess father-in-law. But long story short, they would go to my house and, you know, little patches here and there. My dad used to fix little holes in the house. So I thought that's what they would do. But no, they'd go to my house to, quote-unquote, fix it. At one point, I had my whole living room repainted. They like to go to my house and throw away dishes and say, these don't match or I don't like these.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. What?
Yeah, like my kids' clothes. You know, we have a lot of kids in school and stuff. Like, you guys need new clothes. Okay, grandparents go buy them, right? No, I mean, they would just go through everything. And they lived the lives for us.
That's so bizarre.
That's so
like the
weird.
audacity to redo your house basically without asking.
Yeah. What the one that like really pissed me off is I had my brother pick up my kids from school and he wasn't on the emergency contact. Why? Because they went there and they changed the emergency contact to them only for my kids' school.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
How could the school allow that
to
happen?
Are they still in-laws or no?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
man.
D, 1 second. You were in the running. Can we call that Disney text real quick?
is
Because
wild.
that's pretty crazy. Let me go in beautiful Pasadena, the birthplace of Shelby Sauce.
Love it.
Becca, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Ex-mother-in-law. Let's just preface with that. But you used to do what to you?
So I used to work at a restaurant that had, like, you could see through it across the parking lot. She used to sit across the street and watch me because she thought I was having an affair on her son with her husband.
Oh, my
Whoa!
God.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, was her husband stepping out in general?
I don't think so. I think she just was delusional and thought everything he was cheating on her.
Sure. And so, how often would she like camp outside of the restaurant and watch?
I think it was quite often. I never really knew right away, but then, through the relationship, I would find out things about her watching me, choosing me of, like I said, with her husband.
Yeah.
It was a very strange time.
Yeah, I bet.
So
okay. All right. Can I ask what restaurant it was, Becca?
It was Toddle House in
Gotcha.
Laurel.
Okay.
Oh.
All
This
right.
was a while back.
All right. Becca, 1 second. You were in the running. That's bizarre.
That's so weird.
That is really bizarre. Let's go in beautiful Woodbridge. Lorena, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right. So this is current mother-in-law?
Yes,
All right. Lay it on me, sis.
but it's my father-in-law. So after our first dance during our wedding, you know how like you switch, right? So my husband danced with his mom and I danced with my father-in-law.
Yeah.
There's like this awkward moment when you're like staring at each other and like, oh, you don't know what to do. Well, I decided to like make casual conversation and I was like, oh, so are you happy? And he looks at me straight in the eye and he's like, no. He just turns around, leaves me in the middle of the dancing floor. Everybody's staring at me. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I just like casually turned around and walked out of the middle of the center. So like we could see my husband and my mother-in-law dance in the middle by themselves. But that was just like awful.
How bizarre.
And pictures.
He couldn't just lie.
I was just mortified.
Yeah. Are you guys cool now or no?
No, he still doesn't really talk to me, and
Well, he's an
I
idiot.
have been married for 18 years.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
All right. Lorena, 1 second. I mean, at that point, too, it's like,
imagine.
I'm in the family, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here.
We crossed the decade mark.
Literally.
Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
That's
Fake
wild.
name Lexi needs voice change. Make sure you vote for your favorite over text, 99338. Fake name Lexi, good morning.
Morning.
This is your mother-in-law. What happened?
Yeah, so when we were planning the baby's baby shower, we were talking about what I needed to get, and she asked me what the theme was going to be for my baby's room. Now, we live in a one-bedroom apartment, so baby's not going to have a room, and I said there's not going to be a theme, and her response was, wow, you're a boring mom.
Oh my god.
You don't have to have a theme.
Yeah.
Then that doesn't relate to anything
And
like,
then,
at all.
Fast forward, baby's here. I pop into the room, and my baby gets super excited, and my mother-in-law goes, oh, look, it's the lady with the milk.
Oh
My
God.
goodness.
What is wrong?
Okay. Now, does your
Imagine.
husband or baby daddy, does he back you up that mom's crazy, or is he kind of like, that's how she is?
No, she doesn't do this in front of him.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Okay. And this has been going on the entire time, basically?
Absolutely.
Okay. Fake name Lexi. 1 second. You were in the running.
Man.
Wild. Let me go. Fake name Kyle. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you're at the happiest place on earth. Mother-in-law decides she needs to do what?
So this is before she was my mother-in-law. This is my wife's mom back when they were children, and this is probably one of the first stories I ever heard when we were having like a family dinner, and they tell me that they were on vacation at Disney one time, and she could not hold it, so she ducked into a set of bushes on the sidewalk and went number 2.
All right. I'm going to put you on hold. There we go. 1 second.
We were just talking
Let's
about this
just,
recently
Gotta get cleanse the palate real quick.
Lots of people do that, guys.
for a very long time.
All right. So fake name Kyle, you learned that and then still decide to be part of the family?
Yeah, I know, crazy, right?
Yeah. All right. Fake name Kyle. 1 second, man.
right.
You're in the running. And no judgment here.
Yeah.
It all happens sometimes at the worst possible time. Let me go. Okay. Hold on. Fake name Maggie also needs voice change. Fake name Maggie. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. So I had my in-laws do a welcome baby party so all the family could meet, the extended family could meet my daughter. It was a very rough birth, and I had gained a lot of weight because I had a lot of complications.
Sure.
And mind you, earlier throughout that cookout, she had served me, and so I was like, wow, she's actually serving me. She served me like one strip of meat, a little bit of like rice, a little bit of beans. You're talking like one spoonful serving. So of everything, like for me. And I looked at the plate and I was like, oh, okay. So I knew where she was going. She always had a problem with my weight. But my daughter had been sleeping inside, so my little sister-in-law was taking care of her. Then when she woke up, she came and she said, "Hey, the baby's awake." And I said, "Okay." So I'm like struggling to even get up and walk because during natural childbirth, I had torn.
Sure.
So in the middle of everybody, like we had like 50 guests, and I'm barely struggling to walk. She yells, "Why don't you run? Maybe you can lose some weight."
Oh my
Oh.
God.
And so-
I would fight her. Probably.
Yeah.
At this point, fake name Maggie, has your husband like stepped up to her, or is she just kind of like that way forever?
Yeah, no, she's been that way forever, but we got a divorce.
Yeah, well, that's good. Now he's stuck with her.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
because she's been that way forever is not an excuse.
No.
Like, that's not okay.
Fake name Maggie, 1 second.
I know.
You were in the running.